The sense of power. How Cleopatra used perfume as political strategy. Imagine a queen, not just of lands, but of desires. A woman whose very presence could ignite empires, whose scent alone could command a room. A whisper of myrrh, a touch of rose, a promise of something more. This is Cleopatra, and her story is a symphony of power, beauty, and the intoxicating art of seduction. She was a queen, a strategist, and a legend. But beneath the golden crown and the silk robes, Cleopatra wielded something far more intoxicating: scent. In an age where empires rose and fell by the sword, Cleopatra used perfume as her invisible weapon. Imagine the soft glow of candlelight, the air thick with exotic spices, the delicate curve of her neck as she applies a blend of oils, each drop a promise. This is the story of how fragrance became her ultimate political power move, a dance of allure and dominance. A dance that began with a single, lingering scent, a promise of pleasures yet to come. Intrigued? Want to unravel more of Cleopatra's secrets? Then, darling, give this video a little love, a like, if you will. And if you're ready to be captivated, subscribe and join us as we delve deeper into the Queen's intoxicating world. Trust me, you won't want to miss what's next. Cleopatra VII ruled Egypt during one of its most politically volatile eras. Facing threats from Rome and internal rivals, she needed more than royal blood to secure her throne. She needed influence, allure, and control. And she knew, instinctively, how to wield it. Her beauty was legendary, her mind sharp, and her understanding of human desire unparalleled. Perfume wasn't new to Egypt. Egyptians had long revered scent, using oils in religious ceremonies, medicine, and burials. Fragrance was believed to connect mortals with the divine, but Cleopatra saw its deeper, more human power, psychological influence. She understood that scent could bypass reason, speaking directly to the senses, igniting passions and memories. Cleopatra wasn't just a user of perfumes, she was a connoisseur. Historical records suggest she had her own perfume factory in the city of En-Gedi. She experimented with ingredients like myrrh, rose, cinnamon, and cardamom, creating custom blends not just for allure, but to forge identity. Imagine her late at night, surrounded by vials and essences, her delicate hands mixing potions that could sway the fate of empires. The air thick with the promise of seduction. Legend says Cleopatra had herself smuggled into Caesar's presence wrapped in a rug, but it wasn't just spectacle. She was perfumed head to toe, leaving behind an intoxicating aura. The scent reinforced her status as exotic, powerful, and unforgettable. Imagine Caesar, a seasoned warrior, his senses overwhelmed by the sheer opulence of her presence, the lingering scent a promise of untold pleasures. The air itself seemed to vibrate with her power. When Cleopatra met Mark Antony, she took it to the next level. She arrived on a golden barge with sails soaked in perfume. The air itself announced her arrival before she even spoke. Plutarch noted how the scent reached the shore before her ship. It wasn't coincidence, it was calculated. Imagine Antony, his eyes drawn to the shimmering barge, the air filled with an intoxicating fragrance that promised untold delights. The very air whispered her name. Each use of fragrance was layered with symbolism. Scent declared her divine, like Isis incarnate. It seduced, but also overwhelmed, disarmed, and dominated. Cleopatra's perfume wasn't just a luxury. It was a signal of her identity, her intention, and her supremacy. She understood that power could be as subtle as a lingering scent, as potent as a whispered promise. Modern science tells us scent is directly tied to memory and emotion. Cleopatra weaponized this, making herself unforgettable. Her lovers remembered her not just by sight, but by smell. The lingering scent of her presence, a constant reminder of her power, her allure, her undeniable magnetism. Even after her death, Cleopatra's fragrant legend lived on. Romans and Greeks copied her formulas. Her use of perfume redefined its role in politics and gender power play for centuries to come. She left behind a legacy, not just of empires, but of the intoxicating power of scent. Cleopatra didn't just command armies or lovers, she commanded the air around her. She proved that power can be soft as rose oil and sharp as cinnamon. In every drop of perfume, there was ambition, legacy, and the unmistakable scent of a queen who knew how to rule with elegance. A queen who understood that true power lies in the subtle art of seduction. If you've been captivated by Cleopatra's story, if you felt the pull of her intoxicating allure, then you know what to do. Subscribe now and let us guide you deeper into the secrets of history's most seductive queen. And if you crave more tales of power, beauty, and the art of seduction, explore our other videos. Trust me, you won't be disappointed. After all, some stories are best experienced with all your senses.